Greenland is more nuanced. The Vikings were not the first humans ever in Greenland. Earlier Arctic cultures had already lived there for thousands of years before the Norse arrived. But here's the important twist: the ancestors of the modern Inuit, the Thule Inuit culture, arrived in Greenland after the Norse settlements were founded. When Eric the Red founded Norse Greenland around 986 CE, southern Greenland may have been sparsely populated or even temporarily empty in some regions. So the simplified timeline is: ancient Arctic peoples settle Greenland thousands of years ago. Some of those earlier cultures disappear or migrate. Vikings or Norse settle southern Greenland around 986 CE. Ancestors of modern Inuit expand into Greenland later, around 1100 to 1200 CE. Norse settlements disappear by the 1400s. Inuit remain and become Greenland's enduring population. So if you mean were Vikings there before the ancestors of modern Greenlandic Inuit? Then yes, largely yes. But if you mean, were Vikings the first humans ever in Greenland? Then no, earlier Arctic peoples were there long before them.
So from what I understand, the Inuit are an indigenous Arctic people. For them, be it parts of Siberia in Russia, Canada, or Greenland, all of this must have looked like and appeared to be a single biome to be traveled over by foot and small boats and canoes. After doing a little digging, I have arrived at the following conclusion: that the first people arrived in Greenland from the Canadian island of Ellesmere around 2500 to 2000 BCE, from where they colonized North Greenland as the Independence I and II cultures and South Greenland as the Sakak culture. The early Dorset replaced these early Greenlanders around 700 BCE and themselves lived on the island until circa 1 CE. But these people are unrelated to the modern Inuit. Save for a late Dorset colonization of northeast Greenland around 700 CE, the island was then uninhabited until the Norse arrived in the 980s. Between 1000 and 1400, the Thule, the ancestors of the Inuit, replaced the Dorset in Arctic Canada and then moved into Greenland from the north. But can you tell me how these different cultures like the Independence I and II, Sakak, the Dorset and the Thule originated and collapsed? What made them different from each other and what happened to them towards the end? Can you also give a rough estimate of the population of these cultures and their populations that lived on Greenland?
Your reconstruction is actually very solid. The key thing to refine is this: Greenland wasn't continuously inhabited by a single evolving population. It saw multiple waves of unrelated Arctic peoples, each adapted to slightly different climatic and ecological niches, and each eventually disappearing or being replaced. Let's walk through them.